Today's Sunshine Note is titled, Broadwalk Blunders, so as to walk in a manner worthy of the Lord, fully pleasing to Him, bearing fruit in every good work and increasing in the knowledge of God. Colossians chapter 1, verse 10. On a student missionary stint in the Canadian province of Newfoundland, the task fell to me to provide chaplaincy services during summer camp. One of the kids in my charge was Tim. He was physically incapable of not talking and would frequently spout off inappropriate and hilarious things during meals and worships. It got so bad that even our director wouldn't sit next to him for fear of laughing at an inopportune time. During a field trip to a national park, Tim was particularly mouthy, and his counselor Matt and I were constantly telling him to simmer down. He kept running along the Broadwalk ahead of our group, prompting us to yell, "Tim, simmer down." This went on until Tim began to get irritable. We'd exhort him to simmer and he'd mutter, "I am simmered." We thought it was good fun, but nothing could have prepared us for what would simmer Tim down for the rest of the day. As he rounded a corner, the wooden path elevated 4 feet off the ground, and Tim was dancing on the very edge of the boardwalk. In unison, Matt and I shouted, "Tim, simmer." Tim fell, straddling the edge of the boardwalk, then bounced and then landed on his crotch a second time. From this painful position, with his legs wrapped tightly around the edge, he flung upside down, hanging like a bat for 2 or 3 seconds before falling head first into a pile of soft green moss. As Matt and I peered over the edge, we saw Tim lying spread, eyes rolling around his head with a dumb grin on his face. He was alive and no worse for wear. After finding his way back atop the boardwalk for reasons unknown to rational humanity, Tim leaped from the boardwalk onto a tree. The tree was skinny and bent away from the boardwalk before snapping back like a switch and slamming Tim back onto the boardwalk in much the same position he'd been in just moments before. Paul tells us that we should make sure we carry ourselves or walk in a way that brings God glory and produces good fruit. It's easy to just walk in our own way and not take time to listen to our counselor, the Holy Spirit. The results usually aren't pretty. Take time today to meditate and ask God to impress your thoughts with how He would like you to go about your day. May God bless you today.